Are y'all ready for this?
Hey everyone, back with another video. In this episode, I'll be talking about all things meal prep. So first I'll just talk about some of the things that I do, which I think are great, and some of that info that I pass on to clients. And then later in the video, I will attach some videos and photos of some of the things that I use for my weekly meal prep, just to give you an idea of, how easy it is as well, and how easy it is to actually eat good but still enjoy the foods that you love and still be able to eat for flavor, not just eating because I have to eat this because it's good for me, but kind of steering away from that and saying, okay, how can I make these meals more flavorsome? How can I make sure that I'm enjoying everything that I eat? So that way we have adherence, you're sticking to the plan. So first off, I do order bulk packs from Food for Fitness, and later on you'll see in the videos I'll attach what they look like. Food for Fitness is a really great meal prep company because you can buy protein, like say your meat, chicken, fish, whatever that you prefer, in bulk packs. So I like to order that because it saves so much time and it does save money. Because, for example, me and my husband both eat very similar foods. Obviously, he just eats a lot more. So when we were buying chicken or meat and cooking it, we'd get to like Wednesday, Thursday, and we'd need to go out and buy more, cook it again. And it was just, a lot of time that we didn't have, especially working and whatnot and trying to fit in training and, everything else. It was great to have these delivered and literally you just weigh them out in containers. So with a lot of other companies, I find that they only sell the single meals, which is good, but I just feel like these bulk packs are better because you can then decide what sides you want to add. So sometimes rice or veggies, you might not add sweet potato, pumpkin, pasta, like whatever kind of sides that you want. So that's why these are great. So that's what I do for meal prep, and I've told some of my clients about it and they do that as well. And it is the biggest time saver. Like there is literally no excuse. It gets delivered on a Sunday, or depending on when you order, there's different days. You literally take it out, put it into containers, and you're done. So it's really great, and I think that if I can give any advice for people that are struggling time-wise, that would be your best bet, okay? And it actually does work out cheaper because we were buying like chicken and meat twice a week. Now we only do the one big, the bulk pack, and it works out a lot better in that, in financially as well. So anything to save a bit of money as well, because a lot of people are like, oh, healthy eating is expensive. And I think to a certain degree, yes, it can be expensive, especially if you're cooking large amounts or you have more than one person that you're prepping for. But that's why you've got to find these ways to make sure that it's affordable. Another thing that I have to say that I love is the air fryer. It is super easy. We cook fish in there, cut up potatoes as chips. You can cook chicken. You can pretty much cook anything in there if you wanted to. But the things that I really use it for is like cooking my fish, cutting up potatoes, chucking them in there, and they come out like crispy, like chips. And you don't need all this oil and seasoning because they come out so crispy that they taste amazing. So I just normally put a bit of foil and then spray it with like a bit of canola spray and then chuck the chips in there and it's done. But of course, everyone's different. I'm I can eat pretty plain. Some people need flavor. So, I've told some of my clients, add some herbs and seasoning to the chips, and that's fine. Because you got to remember, that's a lot better than going out and buying, deep fried chips and you've got no idea what they put in there. So that's a great way as well. I also later in the video, I'll also attach like some of the little like staples, the things that I always have in my diet. So I know a lot of people get kind of sick of just having like bread, sandwich, toast, whatever it is. So there's other alternatives like bagels, wraps. Even my husband, he makes his wraps the night before, pops them in the fridge, and then they're ready to go. So really there's no excuse. So, I think if you've just got those ingredients there and you've got everything you need, it's just about preparing that. With me, I just portion it out, same thing the night before. Things like rice and stuff you might just do for the week, but really it's up to you and it depends on your schedule and whatnot. But just the main idea of this video is that you can do it if you really set your mind to it. If you have a plan in place, there's really no excuse. There are the busiest people who have, so much going on and they can still meal prep as long as they have the tools and the right guidance to do that. Okay. And you will feel so much better not having to think, what am I going to eat? It's there, it's ready to go. It's just, there's no excuse. And I know that I sound so blunt sometimes and I'm like, people might think, oh, you don't understand. I have kids, I have this job. But you know what? I think people use that. They use that to pretty much justify why they can't have a routine, why they can't eat healthy. And I think that's just honestly, like being blatantly honest, it's just a cop-out. It's a cop-out for you to say, yeah, I can't do it too hard, in the too hard basket. To be honest, meal prepping has made my life so much easier. I do it on a Sunday. I don't do anything during the week. So I have time for other things, you know what I mean? So I think that's like the biggest thing. Even something as simple as getting like a rice cooker. A lot of people are like, cooking rice on the stovetop takes so long and then I have to do it every 3 days. Like the rice cooker, we do it for like right up until Friday and it's done. So I do it once on a Sunday and then that's it. So even appliances, I know it sounds so like cliche, but even appliances, they're going to help you go a long way with your food prep. Having an air fryer, that's easier than using an oven if you feel like, it's too messy or it's just too much, like just literally pulling out the drawer, putting the food in and good to go. And it tastes amazing because it really has that crispiness because you got to think it's like a smaller appliance, so there's more heat generated through it. So if we want to get a bit technical. So pretty much I'll show you quickly after this some of the things that I do on a Sunday for my meal prep. And you know what, guys? It doesn't have to be a Sunday. It depends on your schedule. Some people won't be able to on a Sunday. That's fine. You pick a day that suits you. I have clients that their day is a Monday or a Friday, Saturday. It just depends. But what I'm trying to say is have the tools to make sure that you can set up a diet that is achievable, maintainable, and obviously that you enjoy. So at the end of some of the clips that I'm going to show you, you'll see some of the sauces that I add to my food that you can as well. And just little things that are just going to make it more flavoursome, okay? At the end of the day, you are not going to get the results that you want eating rubbish all day, every day. And that's the reality of it, okay? And the harsh truth, which kind of leads to the point as well, is that you're going to feel better eating these foods. I think eating so many different foods every day is not good for your digestion or your body, as in the sense of, you eat clean for 3 days straight and then you eat rubbish for the rest of the week. I just think it's not a great way to treat your body. And we're not saying that you can't eat anything, unhealthy or anything that you like, but it's more just having a plan, okay? On the weekends, go out for pizza, have your favorite dessert, but it's all about balance, okay? If you were to eat well 95% of the time and then have that one off kind of night, that's fine. But what you don't want it to do is leading to like a binge. So you start the night off and then, you're attacking the pantry for all these snacks and then it leads into the next day. And then you're like, oh, I'll get back on track tomorrow. And then you've kind of blown out all your calories for the week. So always having a plan. I know a lot of people as well, they'll prep like Monday to Friday and then the weekend they'll just go all out. I think having a plan for the weekend as well is good. Even just quick and easy meals that you can make, wraps, okay, chuck together, some quick, and it doesn't even have to be salads, but just like I said, something quick in the air fryer that you can just prep up, but really picking your battles as well. If you know you've got an event Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, pick the event that or the place that you think, okay, I'm going to enjoy that food the most, to kind of be a little bit more relaxed, okay? Because I know some people, the social side does affect them, and that is totally understandable that sometimes if you do have too much on socially, it can be hard for adherence and to stick to that. But I think you really got to pick your battles, and you've got to decide, okay, what can I do here to make sure that I'm on track? And, even some of my clients said, Friday night we went here and I looked at the menu and thought, okay, I'm going to get this, which was more of a cleaner option, something that they felt they had more control with tracking and knowing roughly how many calories it was. And then on the Saturday night, they're like, oh, it's pizza pasta. I'm just going to relax. I'm not going to work. That's fine, But I think it's like a ongoing cycle of Monday to Friday, eat good, weekend, eat crap, feel crap Monday, weights up, trying to, back into the routine, and then drop it. Then you drop it by Friday, then you back up. Like, it's just a mess. So I think just having that balance is the best thing, okay? And people overcomplicate it so much. So, I think I've talked enough about that, but I just wanted to pretty much say to you that I've done it, and not just me, but my clients, so many people I know, people that are busier than me have done it, and it is possible. So if you do need help with that, please let me know. My programs, I have a meal planner section, and I try to update that regularly for my clients based on their results. Some it's fortnightly, some it's every 3 weeks, but I do like to change it regularly so that, there's different foods that you can try and you don't get sick of having the same thing all the time. So if you do need help with that and you're interested in anything regarding my programs, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to help you with that. Okay, I've had so much experience with this for so many years now, and I want to make sure that I can empower others to do the same and to live a lifestyle where, they're not upset or worried about their weight and thinking, how come I can't get to my goal, when you just need to have a plan of attack. And I say that over and over again. So please, guys, let me know if you need help. And just the rest of this video, I'll just quickly go through some of the things that I talked about at the start, just so you can see visually like how easy it is to meal prep. All right, thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. The Fit for Fitness meals that I was talking about earlier, already pre-packaged. I just take them out and put them into the containers based on the weights that I need, and just separating them. Also using the air fryer, as I mentioned before. Here's some potatoes, cut up some salmon, rice cooker for the rice, weighed out as well. This is the fish I use from Aldi. These portions are great. These wraps come in so many different flavours, honestly amazing. This powdered peanut butter is just less calories than normal peanut butter, and it's really nice to add to a lot of different meals like yogurt, oats, etc. These are the bagels that I have. They're so delicious. You can add so many things to it. I love to have cream cheese because it's actually really low calorie. As you'll see coming up, like per serve, it's only 41 calories, which is great. Have an egg on top. Avocados, sometimes I hit and miss with avocados if they're too hard and whatnot. But this is a great way to just add avocado. Mango frozen for smoothies is great. And these are some of the sauces I use. These reduced salt and sugar ones are really good, low calorie as well. This is a mayonnaise I use. Again, low calorie, really good to add to meals. And these toppings are really good from this Natvia range. They're low calorie as well, and you can add them on so many different things, and there's different flavors. So love having these. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you want to know more about my programs or ask any questions in regards to meal prep, please contact me on my Instagram page, Empowerment PT by Alyssa. Thanks, everyone.